You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the show. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. Yes, it is. Right now, it is 78 degrees, going up to a high about 86. So it's going to be kind of nice. Not too hot, real summerish, but not too hot. So listen, guys, it is Thursday. You are almost to the weekend. And guess what? I didn't even realize it was like Labor Day weekend. I didn't even realize that. Until my mother was like, what we're having for Labor Day. I'm like, when is Labor Day? Labor Day is this coming weekend. We are almost there. Yeah, today is Thursday, August the 29th. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to my little cousin Rashid. Happy birthday, Rashid. He's turning 21 years old today. And also happy birthday to the late, great Michael Jackson. And it's his birthday as well. He was one of the greatest entertainment to ever do it, baby. And he is sorely missed. But we are celebrating his birthday today right along with my little cousin Rashid turning the big 2-1. Happy birthday, Rah-Rah. That's what I call him, y'all, Rah-Rah. So happy birthday shout out. If you got a birthday shout out, well, anniversary shout out, you want me to shout out on the show, listen, shoot me an email, Audrey at Good Morning Gwinnett, that's Audrey at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Shoot me a name and a date, and I'll be happy to shout out birthdays and anniversaries right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett show. On a daily basis. So you got a birthday coming up, somebody's got a birthday coming up, or you got an anniversary coming up, or somebody that has an anniversary coming up and you want to show them some love, shoot their names and the date out to me at Audrey at goodmorninggwinnett.com, and I'll be happy to shout that birthday or anniversary out. Listen, if you missed any of these shows, please go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen to the past shows. Also, I'm still trying to get my numbers up. It's growing. It's not growing fast enough, though. So go over to iTunes. Go over to iTunes and download the app. Download my podcast, Good Morning Gwinnett, from your iTunes store. And like the show. Subscribe to the show there. Also, you can go over to the website, goodmorninggwinnett.com, and click on any of the shows, and you'll be able to subscribe to the show there. And do me a favor, share the show. If you like the show, share the show. So I got a lot of news coming up for you today, here on August the 29th, 2019. But before I get to that news, you know what time it is. It's horoscope time, brought to you by astrologer Michael Thiason. And we're going to go right on in and kick it off with Aries. Oh, wait, guess what, y'all? So now I can't make excuses when I'm fumbling and bumbling because I got my braces off yesterday. My gums are swollen. It's so funny. I don't know if you guys remember in Forrest Gump when Bubba Gump was talking, and and the captain asked what was wrong with his mouth, and he said, "I got big gums, sir. I got big gums." Well, my gums were swollen where the braces came off. So when I came home last night, it's a joke with my house because my husband be talking about stuff, and when I came home, and when my husband came home from work last night, he was sitting there, he was talking, he didn't know I had my braces off. And so I did like a big smile. He said, "Oh, you got your braces off?" I said, "Yeah, my gums are swollen. I got big gums, sir. I got big gums, sir." He thought that was hilarious because that's a joke around here about the big gums. But that's what Bubba Gump said in Forrest Gump. "I got big gums, sir." So my gums are a little swollen. However, my braces are off. My teeth are beautiful. And I want to thank my orthodontist, Dr. Coke. His office, just a bunch of nice people over in Lawrenceville. Dr. Coke, he's just a nice guy. It's one dentist in that office, but he has a really nice, well-oiled machine. That's what I call it. They see about 130 people a day. And he has probably about 10 hygienists that work with him, or technicians, and they just got a real well-oiled machine. They're just the nicest people. It's nice when you can go to a business and talk about how nice the people are and how well organized they are. He has a well organized team. He is the nicest person. His team is nice. Just a nice group of people over there, and they have taken care of me for the last 16 months. With my braces. Now, what's funny is I still feel like I have them on. So even though they're not there, it still feels like I have them on. So now I have to get my mindset set to the fact that I don't have them on. And I feel, but it feels funny because I feel like I have them on. But anyway, and that's because my gums are probably still swollen too. But anyway, let's jump on in here and get right down to the horoscopes. We're going to kick it off with Aries for today, August the 29th, 2019. You may have the opportunity to get involved in some interesting conversations. Limitations at work might set you back. Be sure to pay attention to your bank account. Watch the bank account. Don't lend out the debit card. Don't spend too much. Watch the bank account, Aries. Taurus, you haven't been watching your spending habits and you may have been neglecting your duties. You may want to get a little extra rest. You are prone to infections and fevers. Ooh, be careful, Taurus. Get that rest. Let me tell you something. When your body is tired, it will let you know. Yes, it will. Residential moves will also be advantageous for all concerned. All right, watch out now. Gemini, don't force your opinions on others. The connections will be short-lived. Be careful while in transit or while traveling for foreign countries. Your partners may make you feel jealous or unloved. Listen, don't feel jealous, Gemini. Just don't. You know, if they're making you feel some kind of way, turn your head, keep it moving. Don't let them do it to you. Cancer, a passionate party for two might be just the remedy. A lot has changed and so have you. You'd be wise to control your spending so your debts don't get out of control. Let me tell you something. That's the third money horoscope so far. So it's all about money today, it seems. All about money. Watch it. Watch the coins, Cancer. Watch the coins. Leo, you are best to concentrate on your professional endeavors. Try to do things with children that will enable you to bond closer to them. You may be sensitive to a point of absurdity. That's like oversensitive, right? That's like overkill. Oh my gosh. Don't you just hate them oversensitive people? I know, right? Virgo, don't let relatives stand in the way of your personal plans. Don't bother retaliating. Just walk away. Just walk away. It's not even worth their time, Virgo, to be trying to retaliate. Just walk away. Discover opportunities based on the individuals you mingle with today. Just walk away. That's all I'm saying. Don't waste your time. It's a waste of time. Don't even bother trying to retaliate. Just walk away. Listen, I'm going to go to a song and I'll be back to bring you the next 6 horoscopes brought to you by astrologer Micah Thyssen right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for us where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? I can't understand why we can't hold hands, but they don't know what we have is real love. Aren't you sick and tired of having to hide? I know a place, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow?
back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by astrologer Micah Thiason. We're going to pick it up with Libra. You know, it's that ragweed season, and so I'm all congested and stopped up. So excuse me if I'm sniffling a little bit, but it's allergy time for me. Like most people get allergies in the spring, I get them in the fall. So I get the fall allergies. All right, Libra. Leave things as they are for the moment and focus on reaching your highest potential at work. Accommodate others, but not before you do your own thing. Do the proper safety checks before you go out. You may not want to spend time around family or home. You don't want to be around nobody today, Libra. You want to leave the family at home and go and do something on your own. Scorpio. Look into alternate means of supporting your financial burdens. Investment deals with property will pay off, but could cause conflict with some family members. You are best to avoid such unsavory circumstances, especially if it's in a group situation. Listen, don't do it in a group. Do it, pull them to the side, do it on the side. If you do it in the group, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Sagittarius, dinner, theater, or a comedy club may be just the place. You must strive to get the most important projects completed properly, rather than doling everything in a half-baked way. Rather than doing everything in a half-baked way. Take the long overdue vacation you deserve. Okay, listen, you don't want to be doing things in a half-baked way, because that kind of, it looks bad on you, right? But here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, we always have so much stuff to do. And so we try to do so many things at one time. And we don't have a team and you're like a solo entrepreneur. You just try to do a lot. And that's the crazy part. But you don't want to do things in a half-baked way, Sag. You want to do things the right way. So get you some help. That's the number one thing. Get you a small team, even if it's just one person, somebody that can pick up the pieces for you, kind of back you up. I was at I'm going to be sitting on the board of on the pathway boards over at Shiloh High School in Lawrenceville, in Snellville, and I was there yesterday for the board meeting, the first board meeting of the year. And it's a really nice school. It's an academy school, and one of the things I was really excited about, because I always need a lot of help with my business, is that we can I'll be able to give the kids real world experience, because they need internship opportunities, right? And what the speaker was saying was that these kids are so smart when it comes to like technology and how to maneuver that thing around, and the first thing popped in my mind was Instagram. Instagram is a huge marketing platform for a lot of business owners if you know how to use it properly, right? So I have so many things going on that I don't have time to learn all of those different platforms, but I know for a fact them youngsters, them youngins, they know how to navigate Instagram. So my goal is to, as a board member, is to invite these young people, at least 2 or 3 of them, into my business and show them what I do and show them what I need help with, and give them some real world experience and guidance as they do that, right? So I'm excited about that, but you can't do everything by yourself. That's all I'm saying, Sagittarius. You definitely don't want to do it half baked. I really want to say the other word, but this is a family show. This is a family show. I try to keep it family. All right, let's move along. Capricorn, don't be too quick to blame others for your bad mood. Get involved in a sports event that will benefit your physical appearance. You will have a problem dealing with groups. There go another group situation. Listen, Sagittarius and Libra and Capricorn, don't do anything in groups today. Just don't do it. You guys just need to hang out by yourself. Just don't do nothing in groups. Don't nothing. Just be by yourself today. And sometimes that's a good thing. Trust me, I know. Anytime I get to spend a free moment where I don't have to do anything but just be quiet and be still and know, it's a good thing. All right, Aquarius, don't let individuals with wild schemes talk you into a financial deal that is not likely to be successful. Listen, watch the coins, Aquarius. You can anger others quickly today. Avoid overspending on items for your home. Don't believe everything you hear. There's an old saying. Don't believe everything you hear. Half of what you see. That's what they say. All right. And my fellow fish Pisces, you need an outlet. You can easily wrap up overdue personal legal matters that have caused problems for you. A change in position could be better than you thought. I don't know what that means, but I'm always open to change. Listen, it's all the horoscopes I got for you today, and I'll be back again with more of your daily stars on Monday with notable astrologer Michael Thyssen. But right now, we're going to move on over to some news you can use. I'll be back on Monday with more horoscope because, today is Thursday. I don't broadcast on Friday unless somebody's paying me. If you want me to come out to your location and broadcast live, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and click on the tab that says Book Me Broadcast. Yes, and I will come and broadcast on Fridays at your event. Sure will. Yeah, I do live broadcasting on location. Yeah, I did the Parents Expo, Get Connected Parents Expo here last month. That was a great event too, by the way. I had a lot of fun doing it. I talked to a lot of people. My throat was hurting by the time I finished with that thing, but it was something that was really needed. Monica Douglas Davis, who facilitated that event, she's a therapist, and she wanted to shine some light on mental health, and I was happy to oblige her by showing up and broadcasting live at the event. It's live from your event. Go to goodmorninggwinnett.com, click on the tab that says Book Me to Broadcast. Right? All right. So Kirkland demands public rebuke investigation of Sheriff Butch Conway for his association with D.A. King. So this is like a fight, right? This is all about the 287G program. Everybody is up in arms about that because there were some people that were highlighted that Sheriff Butch Conway invited D.A. King to come to this event that was facilitated by Commissioner Marlene Fosque. She did an event on August the 6th where she got, she wanted the community to come out, that she was going to have a panel, and the panel was going to talk about the 287G program. And, that's the program that a lot of people is saying that, is highly discriminatory, and then it makes people who were not born here, makes them uncomfortable and uneasy, and they feel attacked. It's a crazy thing. But anyway, the Sheriff Conway invited D.A. King, who is, supposedly known to be a racist and all these other things, to be on the panel, and people are outraged about that. So, Councilman Kirkland, he wants to hold Sheriff Butch Conway feet to the fire. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you invited him. He is like, his company is supposedly. I'm just quoting here from the Gwinnett Daily Post. Supposedly a hate group. Like, the organization that he is with is supposedly a hate group, and they felt like, Carden says, you know what? I want public condemnation of Conway and for him inviting King. So that's gonna. I think that's gonna keep going. I really do. I think that's gonna keep going because a lot of people they're not happy with it. They're not happy with the fact that they invited him out. They have got 1,000 people to sign a petition. They're serious about this. They want it out. Carden, who is running for board commissioner for District 1 seat next year in the election, said the petition has 1,000 signatures, and there are people that are just not happy. So he is calling for Conway to be rebuked. Yep, that's what they're saying. There's no room for hate in Gwinnett. There is. We don't want no hate in Gwinnett. And I know, right? We're reaching. I know we're reaching. Because there's just some hateful people. Just hateful. They just hate. They got hate in their heart, and they don't see it as hate. They think it's okay. That's the crazy part. Like, how could you claim to love God and just hate people for no reason? Because they were born somewhere else, because they look different, because their skin color is different, and you think that's love? That's not love. It's not. And I don't understand how rational, logical people could feel like they really love God and believe and go by the Bible and believe the stuff that they say and do, because people twist the Bible to justify what they want it to mean to them. That's why. I get that part. So there's going to be a lot of, not a lot. I guess you could say there's going to be a lot of candidates that run unopposed in the upcoming election in 2020. Starting out with Lilburn Mayor Chris, going to be running unopposed. So Lilburn residents will only need to make one elected official choice this November. Incumbent Mayor Johnny Christ and Council member Lindsey Vaught have qualified with no opposition for their position. So voters would need to choose between incumbent council member Scott Batterton and challenger John Patrick Abelera. Okay, I'm about to mess his name up. Abelera. Lilburn residents who will also have to vote on November 5th against the Sunday brunch bill. So that bill will allow sales of distilled spirits or alcoholic beverages from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So that's all happening on November 5th. But there are quite a few mayors who are running unopposed. Berkeley 8 residents will also only have to vote for one person in the election on the 5th, because Mayor Lois Salter and Council member Bob Smith and Rebecca Splitter qualified without opposition and will automatically be reelected. So it's gonna be, now that's pretty interesting. So it's not a lot going on there, but some of these other races are loaded. I'm actually moderating an event. I think it's September the 5th. It's called Your Voice Matter, and candidate Derek Wilson is going to be facilitating that event. There's going to be some other candidates there who are running for office. So if you have something that you want to say, or questions that you need to ask these candidates, now is the time to get it started. They have started early. The election is next year in November, but they have just said, you know what, we need to start right now. We got a message. We want to make sure that these people get what they voted for, and they got questions. If you have questions, they got answers for you. So on September the 5th, there's information that's going to be posted on my website at Good Morning Gwinnett later on today. So you can go there and check out all the information on how to attend that event. It's going to be in Decula. Next on the September the 5th. I want to say that's next Tuesday, I think, or next Wednesday. But anyway, it'll be on the website later on today, goodmorninggwinnett.com. And this is your opportunity to talk to your candidates, to ask them the questions that you need to have answers to. You know what I mean? These are and see, this is what I like about, and I don't know, political people, politicians are always out there when it's time to politic. I get it. But the other thing about Gwinnett County is that even when they're not politicking, there are groups like Citizens Academy 101, Citizens Academy 101, the Police Academy 101. I think they have the Fire Academy. Like, these academies also allow you to talk to your government officials after they are elected. So, you get a chance to talk to them before they get elected, but you also get a chance to do something to them after they get elected. And that's why this is important. So anyway, it's a lot going on this election, a lot. And you want to make sure that your voice is heard, because your voice matters, right? Exactly. But they won't be heard if you don't come out and talk to the people. You know what I mean? Don't sit back and complain. I was in a meeting, and the woman was someone there, and she was saying, she was complaining or whatever. And I asked her, how many meetings have you gone to? Because I have to defend the people, even if I don't like what they do. Here's my thing. If you're going to just sit around and complain about it and not go when they have these town hall meetings and these, conversation meetings, if all you're going to do is at home and complain, and when you go out to dinner you're complaining, but you never show up to the meetings, you don't have a right to complain. Keep it to yourself. That's my thought. I'm going to go to a song, and I'll be back right after this song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County right here on the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmines with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh. never panic. Get a worry, send it up in an advantage. I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Listen, there's a study that's out right now that said Gwinnett is experiencing the second largest growth in the metro Atlanta area. And it is growing rapidly. The Gwinnett County is the second in metro Atlanta population growth only to Fulton County. So Fulton is growing faster. Gwinnett remains the second largest, most populous county in metro Atlanta County with 925,800 residents. I thought it was actually 960,000 because that's what I've been saying. The county is behind Fulton County, who has 111,270 more people than Gwinnett. So their population in Fulton County is 1,037,070. That's a lot of people, like for real, like a lot of folks, right? So Gwinnett added 15,000 people between 2018 and 2019 and has grown by 120,479 residents since 2010, according to the commission. Gwinnett is outpacing its neighbors in average yearly growth. Gwinnett's grown by an average of 13,387 people per year between 2010 and 2019, the highest annual average of 10 counties included the study in the city of Atlanta. That's a lot of growth. People like it here. It's beautiful here. And they're steady building. You know, when you go online and people say, and then you got people like me talking about it. Now, I know. Somebody's saying stop talking about it so people will stop coming. I know. But I live here and I love it. So I love it here and I don't mind talking about it. I know. Now, with all that growth, with all of the growth that we're having, the police department said they need 30 more officers. They are short because of the population, how it's growing. They need to add 30 more officers to the roster. Even though they fill vacancies of 137, they're still 30 short. So the county budget committee authorized 30 new officers position in 2020. The committee is hearing budget proposals from county government departments through today. And Ayers, who is the chief, Butch Ayers, who is the chief over there, says he's requesting. His request was part of a $156 million proposal, 2020 budget proposal. So we still need more because we have a lot. We have a lot of people, right? So the Gwinnett County Police Department currently has 741 officers, a ratio of 0.91 officers for every 1,000 people in the department's service population. That encompasses the more than 818,000 residents that are all in unincorporated parts of the county and all its cities excluding Duluth, Norcross, Lilburn, Snellville, Lawrenceville, Suwanee, Brazelton, and Auburn, which have their own city departments. So they are going to be adding 30 new officers to the roster to make sure that we are safe as we grow, because we are growing. And we're going to continuously to grow because there's a lot of development going on and a lot of attractive development. Did you know that over on the South Lawn, downtown Lawrenceville, there's a waiting list already? There's a waiting list. Like if you try to get in there right now, you just got to go on the waiting list. I was like, a waiting list? I kind of checked it out just to see. And they were like, we have a waiting list. I was like, wow, they are in construction right now. They haven't finished building yet. They're in construction right now, and they have a waiting list. Yep, sure do. All right, Brazelton hired a consultant team to develop the town's 20-year comprehensive plan update and is seeking the input from the public to help shape the plan. The goal is to update the existing 2030 plan, comprehensive plan, to create a 20-year policy document that will guide city leaders regarding future growth of the town. Because it's going to grow too. Brazelton is right off of like 316. Like, you can get it off 316. It's pretty close to 985 and 85. So it's pretty centrally located. Now, it's still not as developed as like Lawrenceville, but it's in a prime location to be developed. So I'm sure this comprehensive plan for the next 20 years is going to be important. And they want citizens to come out and talk about it. You know, by engaging citizens, the town hopes to promote the needs, the goals, and the objectives of the community. Here's the thing, community. If you're not out there talking about it, your voice can't be heard. So you want to go out there and go to this meeting and find out what they're talking about for the next 20 years, especially if you plan on staying there. If you plan on staying in Brazelton because that's your home, you love it there, you don't plan on going anywhere, you want to go out, share your opinions. They're asking you to come out and give your input. This is your opportunity. Now, for more information about that, you can go to brazeltoncompplan.com, and find out more information on how to go ahead and do that. And also, there's an online survey there. So they want to hear from you. That's why that's why they put this out. They don't want you to sit back and say, I didn't know this was happening. Go ahead, do the online survey. Get your questions answered. This is why they're doing it. They say we want the public's input. And I just talked about that. Don't sit back and complain once things get going. Now you want to complain. All right. So Lawrenceville is seeking feedback on 2019 events. They want to know what kind of fun you want to have in Lawrenceville. Yes. So the Lawrenceville events team is seeking input from the public regarding the lineup for special events offered during 2019. Information gathered through the survey will help the event teams as they begin to create the city's event calendar for 2020. So they actually want your input for things that happen in 2020. I don't even know. They have a lot of great things. I think for me, I need stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go and put my input. I'm just going to, they do a lot of stuff here, like a lot of social gatherings. They do a lot of concerts in the park. They don't do a lot of stuff in the fall. See, I don't like that heat. Like when it's hot out, a lot of people do. They want to go out. I don't like the mosquitoes. I don't like the heat. So a lot of times I never make the movie on the lawn because it's too freaking hot and mosquitoes. Now in the fall, I would go to everything in the fall outside because I can get a blanket and I can get me a cup of hot chocolate and I could just wrap up on the lawn and watch a movie. I would absolutely love that. But they don't do fall movies on the lawn. So I need to put that in. That's what I'm gonna put in. More fall events outside. Movies under the stars in the fall. I love that. I can't stand that heat, man. I can't stand the mosquitoes. You know, when I was a little girl, I was born in Albany. So when I was in Albany as a little girl, I stayed there till I was 12 years old. Every summer, I used to break out. But now that I think about it, it probably was the mosquito bites because they would bite me and I would scratch them and they would turn into blisters every single summer. It only happened in the summertime. And I remember my grandmother, you know, they didn't believe in going to doctors. So they had some concoctions. They would go in there and make up and put on my blisters and wrap me. And they would cut like white sheets and wrap me up. So I looked like a mummy for about a month in the summertime, every summer. My legs would be wrapped up because they didn't want like the gnats and stuff. It's disgusting, right? I know it sounds nasty. But I'm telling you, this was my life in the summertime for like at least a month. My grandmother would put the salve on there that they make up, and then she would wrap me in like white sheets because, you know, white was considered sterile, and, you know, she would wrap me up in white sheets, wrap my legs up because I would have blisters all over my legs for like a month. And then after the summer was gone, I was okay, but it was every summer. And I think it was the mosquito bites, and I was scratching because they itch so bad. To this day, mosquitoes bite me, and I swear and I run from mosquitoes. I would run from a mosquito probably quicker than a snake because I feel like I'm allergic to them because they when they bite me, I itch for days, and if I keep scratching, it blisters up. But anyway, I digress. So if you want to get your events ideas out there, they're gonna have questions. You can participate. You can indicate what weekend night or weekend events and what social media platforms they prefer. The survey also provides an opportunity to make suggestions for future events. I'm gonna go make mine because I really would like to do some things in some things in the fall outside. You know, they don't do a lot of stuff. So now, if you wanna participate, it's 10 questions. It's online. You can go to surveymonkey.com / the letter R, the number 22, capital G. Okay, let me start over. Surveymonkey.com / the letter R, a small R, / 22. And you know what? I'll put the link on the website too. But right now, I'm just going to call it out to you. It's going to go on the website. So if you got questions, surveymonkey.com / small R / the number 22, capital G, capital S, the number 8, capital Y, capital D. www.surveymonkey.com / small R / the number 22, capital G, capital S, the number 8, capital Y, capital D. All right. It's also on the city's Facebook and Twitter platform. So if you didn't get that, it's going to be on the city's Facebook, Twitter page, and their Facebook page. So you can go over there and check that out. All right, listen, I'm going to another song. I'll be right back after this next song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned, y'all.
Let's get it on to your favorite song. The night is young and you got me going on. Every single beat hits my heart so deep. Wanna wrap my arms around you, cause you sweep me off my feet. Girl, you know that there ain't nobody moving like you. You know you got me. I love the things you do. Maybe I'm getting into trouble, but I just wanna be your lover. Cause you're making me feel. I love when it feels right. It is just one of these nights. Love so strong, can't be wrong. All because of you. I love when it feels nice. You're the apple of my eye. Love so strong, can't be wrong. All because of you. Cause I love it. Love when it feels right. Ooh, I love when it feels right. Ooh, listen really close. This is how it goes. Opposites attract. Guessing everybody knows. Fire on the floor, sticking out the door. We're just getting started, lady. Now I really want some more. Girl, you know that there ain't nobody moving like you. You know you got me. I love the things you do. Maybe I'm getting into trouble, but I just wanna be your lover. Cause you're making me feel. I love when it feels right. It is just one of these nights. Love so strong, can't be wrong. All because of you. I love when it feels nice. You're the apple of my eye. Love so strong, can't be wrong. All because of you. Cause I love it. Love when it feels right. Oh yeah. I love when it feels right. Love when it feels right. It is just one of these nights. Love when it feels nice. You're the apple of my eye. Won't stop till the daylight. Cause I don't ever wanna leave. I don't wanna leave. It's way beyond bitter now. I'd give it up on love, but now I believe. Love when it feels right. It's just one of these nights. Can't be wrong. All because of you. I love when it feels nice. I love it in my eyes. Oh yeah. Love so strong, can't be wrong. All
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Your girl, Audrey Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So there is a foster parent workshop taking place. If you are interested in becoming a foster parent, you know that's a heartfelt thing to do. And the fact that they're going to have this information session is a good thing for you. If you are interested, join the Gwinnett Division of Children's Services to learn how to become a foster parent. Help children in your community who are victims of their circumstances. These children are in great need of compassionate, committed, and caring people. And if you have a place in your heart and a home to provide care for these children, they are asking you to come out to this information session this evening from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be held at the Gwinnett Public Library, the Norcross branch, located at 6025 Buford Highway, and that's in Norcross, and it's free. If you want more information about that at workshop and information session, you can call 770-978-5154. Again, that number is 770-978-5154. And you can learn everything you need to learn about becoming a foster parent this evening from 6:30 to 7:30. So 1 hour free information session that's going to be held at the Gwinnett Public Library, the Norcross branch. You know, it takes strong people, it takes caring people to be a caretaker for somebody else's children, especially children that you don't even know. But if you are interested and you want to help out, if you have compassionate, if you're caring, you're committed, and you have a place in your heart for these children and a home that you can provide to them, they invite you out. The Gwinnett Division of Children's Services would like to invite you out to an information session on how to become a foster parent this evening, 6:30 to 7:30, 6225 Buford Highway, and that's at the Norcross Branch Public Library. I'm sure they need as many foster parents as they can get, because there are a lot of children that go through some really, really tough circumstances. And so just to be able to have somewhere to lay their heads where they feel safe is a great thing. All right, so Sisters with a Purpose Networking Club. All right, this workshop is called, and this is nothing to be ashamed of, right? I am too ashamed to admit I don't have life insurance. It's a forum and a workshop this evening. Sisters with a Purpose is hosting this workshop. Life insurance is important. It is really important. You know, my mother say, and this is an old saying from her mother, then she tells it to me and my daughter. But she said the worst thing in the world is to make your family cry both ways. One, they got to cry because they have to bury you. And two, they got to cry because they got to bury you with no money. And she has always instilled in us, always have life insurance, no matter what. No matter what. It was so funny because I have a life insurance license. And we were just up there this morning talking about life insurance. My daughter's about to get her license. And we were talking about that. And we were talking about the different types of life insurance and why one is, they all serve the same purpose, but helping people understand what's the difference between whole life and term. And so you got people that just sell term and they feel like it's the best thing ever. And you got people that just sell whole life and they feel like it's the best thing ever. They both are good. You just got to know why you're getting it and how you want to use it, And so I had to explain to my mom because she was like kind of pissed off. She was like, I hate term insurance. And so I had to explain to her why insurance agents tell people to buy term. And they normally tell young people to buy term because they go on the premises of if you are a young person right now, and you purchase a term policy, let's say there's a policy out there, right? And the face amount is $100,000. You can get $100,000 term or $100,000 whole life. So whole life means that the insurance goes with you your whole life until you pass away. Term life will term out at a certain age. And so she was fussing because she's like, I wish I had known, I would have never gotten that, blah, blah, blah. Because she's from the old school, get insurance, right? So she has whole life and term. But her term policy, she's a little pissed off about because there's a policy that she has for one of my uncles. And that policy is going to term out when he turns 80. And she's pissed because I think he's 74. So he has 6 years before the policy terms out. And so she was fussing about that. And she didn't understand why would somebody tell somebody to buy term. So I said, well, normally they tell young people to buy term because you can buy more insurance for your money. And so let me give you an example of that. So let's say there's a $100,000 term policy, right? And there's a $100,000 wholesale policy. And so for the term policy, let's say the monthly premium is $50. But on the whole life policy, let's say that the monthly premium is $100. Right? So you can see that you're paying double the money for the whole life policy for the same amount of insurance, right? So, but the premise of term is buy low and invest the rest. That's the premise of the term. So the agent is telling you to buy term, especially if you're young, because if you are young and you buy a term policy and your premium is low, you can take the money that you would invest in a whole life policy and invest it in mutual funds and stocks and bonds and things like that. So if the policy does term out, you have investments to cover you. So that's the premise of that. Now, a lot of people don't like that because they feel like, well, you know what? I paid in for 25 years in this term policy, and now it's going to term out. It's like I wasted money. You didn't really waste money. You were protected for 25 years just in case something happened to you and your family needed to have their income replaced, so they needed to lay you away nicely. So you didn't really waste the money. Now, the flip side to wholesale is, yeah, you're going to pay more for the premium, but you never have to worry about the policy increasing, and you never have to worry about not having any insurance for your whole life. So those are the differences. And I think as an agent, if you explain that to people and give them a real option, this is why you want to buy term, this is why you want to buy whole life. Give them an option. Don't tell them just buy this one because this is what it is. No, this is why these are your options. And this is why people buy term, and this is why people buy whole life. I think when you give people a fair explanation of what that means, then they won't be mad at you later, because I'm sure the person that sold you a whole life policy and you thought that you were getting insurance for the rest of your life, and then you come to find out the policy is about to term out, and the person is still living because they're 80 years old, 85 years old, and they're still living. Now you got to go back and try to get a whole life policy to cover them because they are 80 years old and the policy is terming out. Now, here's the problem with that. They may have developed healthcare problems over the years. They may have developed, they're older, so the policy premium is probably going to be a lot higher than it would be if they had gotten that policy when they were younger. But as an agent, you have to explain these things. So anyway, I hope that Sister with the Purpose, they're going to be holding a networking event tonight. I'm not down with them, but I am talking about their event because you need to know this stuff. And if you need to know more about that, if you need a will and all that stuff, that's my side hustle. Give me a call, email me, Audrey Good Morning Gwinnett, and put insurance in the subject line, and put insurance in the subject line, and I'll talk to you about, what your insurance needs are, because it's important. It's important to make sure that if something happens to you, there's enough coverage in your house to take care, to replace your income, or if something happens to you, at least you can have money for burial. Did you know that you only get $255 from the government for burial benefits? Yeah, $255. And I've had family members when I was younger. I had a family member pass away, and I remember, that was a terrible situation when I was real young. But I remember having a family member pass away, and she wasn't really my family member, but she was a family member of a friend. But it was like my family. And I remember they didn't have insurance. And so a couple things happened that was pretty sad. One, they only got the $255 for the funeral from the government. And that was a long time ago, like 1994. Two, they couldn't afford a casket. So they gave her this casket that was just like some kind of cloth. It was crazy. And I was like, wow. Right? But that's what they do. And three, she got laid to rest in a plot with no headstone, just a stick, no name, no nothing. And that's what happens when you leave here and you don't leave some kind of insurance in place to cover your final expenses. So anyway, I know that's pretty grim, but I just want to express to you how important having life insurance is. And the group that's giving this event tonight, it's a free workshop. It's from 6:30 to 9 p.m. If you're interested, it's going to be at the Gwinnett County Fire Station 12, located at 2815 Lenore Church Road in Snellville. And you're invited. You're going to learn about accidental term, whole life. You're going to learn all of it. Everything I've been talking about today, you're going to learn. But if you want to hear from me, you can email me, Audrey@goodmorninggwinnett.com, and put insurance in the subject line. All right. I know. Let me get on to something a little bit more, not so gloom. But I had to share that with you guys, because it's important. And I was just having this conversation this morning with my mom. I had to explain to her what the difference were and why people chose one over the other. Neither is bad. It's just you got to know why you're getting it. That's the important part. If you're young and you want to say, you know what, I want to spend as least money as possible and as much coverage as possible, and I'm going to take that extra $25 that I would pay in the wholesale, and I'm going to invest it. And then if you're going to say, well, I'm young and I still want $100,000 worth of insurance, but I know I'm not going to invest anything, so I'm going to go ahead and get this whole life that's going to stay with me for my whole life. You got to know yourself. You know what I mean? All right, so keep moving. So Toastmasters of Centerville is hosting a Toastmaster get-together tonight, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. If you are interested in learning how to hone your speaking skills, become a more skilled professional speaker, do great interviews and presentations, you might want to check it out. It's going to be held at the Centerville Public Library, located at 3025 Bethany Church Road in Snellville, this evening from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And remember, I tell you guys this all the time. I went to one of those meetings one time and I walked out with a job. I didn't need a job. I had a job. But I got a better job because I went to a Toastmasters meeting. I didn't even know. I was going there to learn how to. I got invited by one of my friends, and I was going there to hone my speaking skills, which I plan on going back for. And while I was there was a gentleman who was there himself, and he was, learning how to hone his presentation skills. But he also got up and he was talking about, hey, we got some job opportunities that are available, and I got a new job with more money. And I was excited about that. I became a job coach. That was my first position as a coach. I was a paid coach by the government, though, which is kind of cool. So you never know who you're going to meet at the Toastmasters meeting. So check it out tonight, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Centerville Public Library, located at 3025 Bethany Church Road in Snellville. You just never know. I'm serious. You don't. All right, you want to do some yoga? I used to think yoga was easy, right? Crazy me, until I try to learn how to do yoga. So I call myself going to put the yoga video on. I'm going to do yoga, right? Because it looks easy. Yoga is not easy. However, it's supposed to be really good for you. So there's an event tonight. It's the free summer yoga series tonight, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the Lawrenceville lawn, downtown 210 Lucky Street in Lawrenceville. It's free. You can go out. It's you're gonna do like yoga in the park, and it's free. It's gonna be on the lawn. Bring your yoga mat, your water, your towel. It's open to all ages. It's 1 hour. It's outdoor. If it's raining, the class is going to be canceled. So hopefully it won't be raining. But if it is raining, it's going to be canceled. Right? So if you want more information about that, go to Lawrenceville, Georgia, lawrencevillega.org. And they want you to register if you can, so they can know how many people are coming. Nobody likes to waste their time, but it's on lawrencevillega.org. You can register. It's free for 1 hour this evening on the Lawrenceville lawn, 210 Lucky Street, and that's from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight. So listen, that's all I got for you. I'm going to go to this last song, and then I'm going to come back and give you my daily inspiration so you can get on through the rest of your day and feel inspired. Stay tuned.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'll die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
back to Good Morning Gwinnett. Listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. You know, today is Thursday. I'm going into my weekend. My weekend officially starts today. But before I leave you, I want to give you a little bit of inspiration to help you get through the rest of your day. And I want you to have a wonderful and safe weekend out there. Be careful. Watch out for the drunk drivers, because you know they're out there. The reckless drivers, you know they're out there. Have some fun. Enjoy your family. But before I go, here's a little bit of inspiration. Let us dream of tomorrow where we can truly love from the soul and know love as the ultimate truth at the heart of all creation. Let me say that one more time. Let us dream of tomorrow where we can truly love from the soul and know love as the ultimate truth at the heart of all creation. Michael Jackson said that, and he was right. Listen, happy birthday, Micah in heaven. Thank you, guys, for listening. You could have been anywhere for the last 58 minutes, but you spent it here with me, and I truly appreciate it. I truly do. Be safe this weekend. Enjoy your family and friends, because you never know. You never know when their time is up. So you want to make sure you say I love you to somebody and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back again on Monday at 9 a.m., God willing. If you missed any episode of this show, share it with your friends. Go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and share it with your friends. Be sure to download the apps from the App Store. Follow me on Facebook at goodmorninggwinnett.com, Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett and on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. I'll be back again on Monday, God willing. Until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.